Hi, I'm Eva Carlton. I play Leni Loud in Nickelodeon's The Really Loud House, and I'm going to be answering a few questions today. In terms of how I got the role, like most actors, like all actors, I sent in an audition. I sent in a self-tape, and after COVID, most auditions are sent in via tape. But I got the script, I read it, I recorded it with my mom, and she was cracking up the entire time. And then we sent it in. I got some feedback from the casting director. I had a Zoom session with our executive producer, Jonathan Judge, and he gave me some tips and tricks. I went and then did a chemistry read, did some more director sessions, and then they called me and told me that I booked the job, or told me that I booked the job. Also, in terms of any fun stories from behind the scenes, usually every day something happens that's funny. I do think our one thing that I thought was really fun is we had a dress like crew day, in which I dressed like our showrunner, Tim Hobart. I wore Lululemon joggers, a t-shirt that I actually got from Props, a visor, and some Hokas. And I posed like him in his chair. They took a picture of it. He cracked up, thought it was hilarious. Other people dressed up like our PAs, our hair and makeup team. Jonathan Judge, our executive producer, actually dressed up like our first AD, Julian, which is really fun. He even shaved a goatee. Yeah. Well, Leni Loud is a bubbly fashionista. She's a bit naive and a bit oblivious of her surroundings, which is why she's the butt of a few too many jokes. But she is an absolutely hilarious role to play. And I do relate to her a lot because I love fashion. You can ask any of my friends, I'm always way overdressed. I always look like I'm going out to some really important event, even if we're just going to the casual little restaurant down the street. So I do really feel for her in that way. And I also relate to feeling overdressed around people who are just wearing a t-shirt. So she is really fun. I will say I don't necessarily relate to her obliviousness and her optimism. I think I'm more of a realist, and I would say I am quite aware of what's going on, but definitely in the aesthetics domain, I relate to her, and it's been fun. I think my favorite outfit is split between two outfits, and I know one of them is in episode right now. I don't know if the episodes, if they'll get scrambled order-wise, but for now it's episode 112, so episode 12 of season 1, and it's what we called my bubble dress, which is this dress that kind of looks like a vintage nightgown. It has just a triangular silhouette, and it has a, I guess it's tulle. It goes out like this and has a bunch around the bottom, and it's with a really cute pair of mint heels, and it was just super fun and super extra and super Leni. And then another outfit that I really liked, I don't remember what episode this was for, but it was, I wore a white turtleneck tank top with kind of a bone-colored belt and then a green plaid asymmetrical skirt, and it kind of reminded me of something that a flamenco dancer would wear. I loved it. And I also wore these white snakeskin ankle cowboy boots, and they were so cute, and I was obsessed with them. I also loved the jewelry, and those were my two favorite costumes. Actually, interestingly enough, I had not seen The Loud House before auditioning at all. I probably should have, but I didn't. And also, fun story, my first audition for The Loud House, I got Leni completely wrong, but the casting director already knew me and liked me, so she knew I could take direction. So when I met with the director, he told me, you're doing this all wrong. You need to play it like this, this, this. And I took those notes, and now Leni is great. And I, after getting cast, watched some of the Leni heavy episodes of the cartoon. I actually had not seen the Loud House Christmas movie until a month ago. I very, very recently watched it, and that's because I didn't want the actress who played Leni before, I didn't want her performance to affect mine, so I only very recently watched it, and that's because everyone made me. I was pretty adamant about not watching it, but I did want to see everyone else in the movie, and so I did watch it, and it was quite fun. Funny story. Sorry, I just thought of something. So for episode 105, or I think, again, we shot it as episode 5. I'm not sure if it's going to be episode 5 in season 1 because they like to scramble the order, but it's Manager with a Planager. In this episode, Lincoln is a manager with a planager, and my character, Leni, wants to get an A. She has the first opportunity to get an A in her class, and so she's trying to study, and she seeks out the help of Luna. Luna tries to help me in Luna's way. Obviously, it's not helping me. So me, Luna, and Luann are all really upset throughout this episode, and we do a music video that's a spoof on Lionel Richie's Hello, and it's absolutely hilarious. We did some moments that were parody on Bohemian Rhapsody, and where we would just stare at the camera deadpan with a black background singing the song that we were singing. And looking into the camera lens, trying to be deadpan, I could only see Catherine Bradley's reflection as she sat there like staring at it going like this. And I started crying, laughing. They kept rolling the take. And then after we finished recording, everybody was laughing because it was just hilarious. I do have a video of it, and maybe I will send it because it was really funny. Honestly, there are no normal days in this business. My schedule changes every day, but I'll try to think of as normal as possible. I think it would be usually I wake up around 7:30 or 8. I try to go to the gym every day just because on set, it's a lot of sitting around. Either I'm sitting on set, sitting in my chair, sitting in my trailer. So I try to be active every day. But after that, I head to set, get there, wait for a bit. Then I go into hair where they put my hair in a wig cap, and then I go to makeup. They do my makeup. I go back to hair. They put the wig on. Then I go back to makeup and they do my forehead makeup. Then I get into costume and head to set. I will usually, we sit around a lot, like I said, because it takes a while for them to move cameras back and forth. But I film a bit. We have lunch. I film some more. I'd say I work on average anywhere between 8 to 12 hours. Like my longest days have been 14-hour days, and my shortest days, actually I had one day where I was only on set for like 2 or 3 hours, and that was like the shortest I've ever been there. So I'd say about that. Then I, sign out, or I actually have to get all of my hair stuff off, and then I sign out and go home and watch Modern Family and go to sleep. Well, growing up, my favorite Nickelodeon shows were Victorious and iCarly. And nowadays, I'd probably want to guest star on Victorious. I love to sing, and so it would be absolutely amazing to get to sing on that show. And it would be pretty crazy to meet Ariana Grande because she was like my favorite when I was little. So probably that. Something that was and has been very important to me is sustainability in fashion. Fast fashion is horrible for the environment, and overconsumption rules our current society, especially women, just because of all of the micro trends that are going on. And I know that I'm really also susceptible to micro trends. I'm also really susceptible to overconsumption, so I just try not to buy new products. I love to go thrifting. I love to find pieces that could use just a bit of love. So I will usually go to a thrift store, buy something, and then change it a bit to match my own personal style. You'll see in the background, there's a sewing machine. And also a lot of the times when you thrift things, they don't fit you because they're not your size and you don't get to choose from a whole array of sizes. So you definitely have to fix that. But yeah, I've come a long way in trying to develop my own personal fashion style and my own sense of style so that I'm not affected by Pinterest and TikTok and the internet. And I will say that that has helped me a lot, just especially staying off of Pinterest. But yeah. This is actually a funny question because I don't think now people knowing that I'm an actress would be surprised about this, but in high school, I was always told that people were super surprised finding out that I did theater because I've always been told that I don't seem like I would be a theater kid. And that's because their only exposure to people who do theater are like, it's Glee. And they think it's a Rachel Berry. But I was a huge theater kid in high school. I still love theater. And I don't know, I've always been told that people find that surprising about me. But now I'm not sure, since I'm an actor and people know me for acting, that that would be that crazy. So I'm gonna think of another thing. Hi, I'm back. So a fact about me that I guess people may not know is that I also love to draw. I have pretty bad ADD, and so it's hard for me to focus on one thing at once. So when I watch TV, I love to also draw. I drew some pretty good renditions, I guess, of the Avatar, The Last Airbender characters last year when I was watching Avatar. Actually, that was 2 years ago. And I actually think they're pretty realistic, but I love to draw, and I think I'm pretty good at it. Am I amazing? No. Am I an artiste? No. But I am good at replicating cartoon characters. So yeah, next question. The Really Loud House is absolutely hilarious to people of all ages. It's not just a little kid show. We don't feature a whole lot of little kid humor. There are a lot of references that are meant for parents and just for people of older ages. So I definitely think it's a family show that you watch after you have dinner on your Thursday night because it comes on at 7 Eastern time. So yeah, it's a really funny script. The cast is super talented. Brian Stepanek in it is absolutely amazing. He plays Leni Loud Sr. So yeah, I would definitely say tune in. Thank you so much for watching.